There is a god missing from Olympus, not slain in battle, not defeated by a monster, not cast into the underworld. This god vanished quietly. His name faded, his temples fell silent, and his story was rewritten until almost nothing remained. This is the story of a Greek god who lost his place on Olympus and was nearly erased from history. When we think of Greek mythology, we imagine a fixed pantheon, Zeus ruling the skies, Hera watching over marriage, Poseidon commanding the seas. It feels permanent, orderly, complete. But the ancient Greek world was never so stable. Gods were not born fully formed into an unchanging system. They rose, fell, merged, and disappeared as societies changed. Belief was shaped by politics, geography, and power. And long before the Olympian gods ruled uncontested, there were others. One of them was a god of immense importance in early Greek worship, a god who once stood close to the center of divine power. His name was Kronos. Today, Kronos is remembered mainly as a villain, the tyrant who devoured his children. The father Zeus overthrew, the defeated Titan locked away in Tartarus. But this image hides something far older and far more complex. Before Kronos became the enemy of the Olympians, he was something else entirely. A ruler, a protector, a god of time, harvest, and cosmic order. In some of the earliest Greek traditions, Kronos presided over a mythical golden age, a time when humans lived without suffering, hunger, or war. The earth provided freely. There was no need for laws, no kings, no fear. Kronos was not a monster in these stories. He was a symbol of balance. So how did a god of prosperity become a figure of horror? The answer lies in power and in who gets to write history. As Greek society evolved, so did its gods. Small agricultural communities gave way to city-states. Kingship replaced communal rule. Authority became centralized, and the myths changed to reflect that. Zeus, a sky god associated with law, hierarchy, and kingship, rose to prominence. His rule mirrored the political structures of emerging Greek states. Kronos represented something older, a world without kings, without rigid authority, without Olympian order, and that made him dangerous. In myth, Zeus overthrows Kronos and casts him down. This is presented as justice, progress, civilization triumphing over chaos, but look closer. The story does not simply defeat Kronos, it redefines him. The god of the Golden Age becomes a tyrant. The ruler becomes a monster. The past becomes something to be feared. This is not just mythology, it is myth as political memory. Kronos was not destroyed completely, but he was pushed aside. His worship faded, his festivals shrank, his role diminished. In later myths, he no longer creates or sustains the world. He only consumes, only fears the future, only loses. Even his realm changes. In some traditions, Kronos does not rot in Tartarus forever. He rules peacefully over the Isles of the Blessed, far from Olympus. But these versions are quieter, less dramatic, and easier to ignore. The official myths, the ones passed down, copied, and taught, focus on Zeus. Because Zeus represents the present. Kronos represents what came before. And Kronos was not alone. Greek mythology is filled with gods who were absorbed, rewritten, or forgotten entirely. Local deities merged into Olympians. Female creator gods were reduced to minor roles. Ancient earth and fertility gods lost ground to sky and war gods. Religion followed power. What was worshipped depended on who ruled, and Kronos, once central, became a warning instead of a guide. A god remembered only as something that had to be overcome. Why does this matter? Because myths are not just stories. They are records of change. Kronos reminds us that even gods are not immune to history, that belief systems evolve, that power reshapes memory, that what we call truth is often the version that survived. Some gods fall because they lose wars. Others fall because they no longer fit the world being built. Kronos did not disappear because he was weak. He disappeared because the world no longer had a place for him, and yet he was never fully erased. His name survives in the word Kronos, time itself. His shadow lingers behind Zeus's throne. His golden age haunts every myth of decline, a reminder that once things were different, and that even the rulers of Olympus stand on forgotten foundations. The story of Kronos is not just about a god who lost. It is about how history chooses who is remembered and who is rewritten. And if even a god can be erased, what chance does anything else have?